All right, most kids will have to go back to school tomorrow for the first time since the snowstorm a week ago. The big concern has been snow and ice on the roads. Let's check in now with Evan to find out what we can expect tomorrow.
Well, I think one of the bigger issues tomorrow morning might be some of the fog that we're seeing form in parts of Hampton Roads. Visibilities are reduced in a few spots, and I expect the fog to continue to increase in overall coverage through the overnight. Right now, visibility is down to 4 miles in Norfolk, 5 Chesapeake, Elizabeth City, and Currituck. Still not too bad in other locations, but as those winds continue off the water during the overnight, I expect more of that fog to form. The good news, temperatures only in a couple of spots are close to freezing. 32 in Chesapeake, 34 in Suffolk, but we're at 37 in Norfolk, 42 in Newport News, 43 in Williamsburg, and temperatures will actually go up a little bit during the overnight, so we're not looking at widespread issues with any kind of refreezing later tonight. Of course, there already is slush and ice on a lot of those back roads and side roads that we're still watching. The good news, temperatures will be going up over the next couple of days. As a matter of fact, we're looking at readings up into the low 60s during the day on Thursday. Notice the clouds on the increase and a slight chance of an isolated shower or two. Those chances for rain will go up tomorrow night and especially on Friday. That's when we could see some spots close to 70 degrees. And another big drop in readings as we go into the weekend. Details on that in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Evan. Elizabeth City is taking a big hit from the cold weather. City officials are urging people to limit water usage after pipes across the city started freezing and breaking. Right now, Elizabeth City is losing more water than it can produce. Chanu tells us crews are racing to fix the problem.
The cold snap the last few days are impacting Elizabeth City, with pipes freezing and bursting across the area. The city is asking people to limit their water use. The frigid weather froze Elizabeth City, bringing most things to a standstill. But as the cold weather stuck around, it brought problems to the city, freezing and breaking water pipes.
Right now, we're losing more water than we can produce or buy.
Richard Olson's had to keep an eye on the situation as the days pass.
Today, we canvassed roughly 1,600 homes in Elizabeth City, and we found 32 water leaks in those 1,600 homes that most people were not aware of.
But that's just in those inspected homes alone. The city has about 6,000 water customers, and all will be inspected in the next day or two. Olson says most of the problems have been in older homes or unoccupied houses. They've also had water-related issues at the 2 colleges in town, Elizabeth City State University and College of the Albemarle.
We're just asking everyone to conserve water. If you can avoid washing a few loads of clothes the next couple days, please do that.
After doing the math, Olson predicts the city is losing about 1 million gallons of water per day because of the breaks.
If you're losing 1 million gallons a day through a large break, you know, that's basically maybe 12 Olympic-sized pools.
Crews will be working the next few days to canvass more homes, check pipes, and get water running again, and also replenish the water supply.
We're hoping tonight we'll reverse that trend, and tomorrow when we complete canvassing the rest of the community, we should have a better idea where we stand.
In Elizabeth City, Chanu Hurt, 13 News Now.
Tonight, we just learned that crews are still working on that large water main break in Virginia Beach. A spokeswoman with Public Utilities tells us they extended the road closure on Virginia Beach Boulevard until midnight. They were hoping to have it done by 10 o'clock, but crews are now laying asphalt down on the road. The water main ruptured this morning, making a mess and causing backups between Thalia Road and South Kentucky Avenue. Water is on for customers, and crews hope to finish the repairs in the next hour or so.
As this chapter in my life and the history of our Commonwealth comes to a close, I want to say how truly grateful I am to the people of Virginia for the honor of serving as your governor.
Tonight, Governor Terry McAuliffe delivered his final State of the Commonwealth address. The governor talked about the work of his administration over the last 4 years, including his efforts to grow Virginia's economy with a focus on 21st century industries, improving education, fighting climate change, and making Virginia a leader in clean energy, and also protecting the rights of the LGBT community.
4 years ago at my inauguration, I promised you that when this day came, the next governor would inherit a Virginia that has created more economic opportunity and grown our 21st century businesses. 4 years later, we have kept those promises, And we are a Commonwealth of greater equality, justice, and opportunity.
Virginia's 73rd Governor Ralph Northam will be sworn in this Saturday in Richmond. Well, the drama of the 94th district race is finally over. Democrat Shelley Simons conceded the election to Republican David Yancey. The unprecedented race has gone back and forth between the two since November. At first, Yancey won with 10 votes. Then a recount put Simons ahead by just 1 vote. After that, judges ruled the race was a tie. Last week, a random drawing ended the tiebreaker, giving Yancey the win. Today, Simons said she did not see any legal paths forward, but she will run again in 2019. Simons' concession came the same day that the General Assembly's 2018 session began. 19 new delegates were sworn in today, 15 of them Democrats. The GOP lost its overwhelming majority, retaining a 51-49 lead in the House. Lawmakers also elected Republican delegate Kirk Cox as House Speaker. He will replace Speaker William Howell, who is retiring. Lawmakers will debate numerous issues, from taxes to transportation. Hundreds of bills have already been filed. Lawmakers in North Carolina were back at work today as well, meeting for the first time in nearly 3 months. They're going to be looking to pass laws addressing water quality and approving appointments to state boards and commissions. The General Assembly session was initially expected to last only 1 day, but there is talk that they will leave the session officially open for longer. Today, federal judges ruled that Pennsylvania can keep its congressional map. A group of Democratic voters said the map should be thrown out because it was gerrymandered to help Republicans. Just yesterday, a court threw out North Carolina's congressional map for the same reason. An appeal in Pennsylvania's would go directly to the U.S. Supreme Court. The situation in California is still desperate tonight. 17 people are dead and more than dozens of others are still missing after the deadly mudslides. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest on the search and rescue efforts.
Search and rescue teams, friends and families working into the night.
Josie!
Hoping to find survivors swept away by the powerful mudslides. Among the missing here in Southern California, Robert Riskin's mother.
I can't focus too much on she's most likely dead out here, and just push my way through.
For others, some hope
that some of those who were unaccounted for have been located safely and reunited with their loved ones.
But the death toll is also rising. At least 17 people killed, including Roy Roeder, swept away from his home by the fast-moving mud and boulders. The powerful surge funneled down these hillsides, left barren by last month's Thomas fire, with nothing to slow the overwhelming deluge from this week's storm.
86/100ths of an inch in 15 minutes is an unprecedented rainfall on any ground surface, much less a fire-burned watershed.
The 101 freeway flooded.
This is unbelievable.
Among the 400 homes damaged or destroyed, one right next door to Oprah Winfrey's.
My neighbor's house, devastated.
In Montecito, hundreds of people still surrounded by feet of muck and stranded, with no electricity and no running water.
And officials say it may take months to restore water service, meaning the entire town may now be forced to evacuate. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Burbank, California.
Now, hours after you saw a story only on 13 News about a deadly hit and run on New Year's Day, Virginia Beach police made an arrest. Tyler Hutton is charged with felony hit and run resulting in death, reckless driving, and other charges. As we first reported last night, investigators say Hutton crashed into Thomas Hitt's car at South Independence Boulevard and Bonnie Road. It happened early January 1st. Hutton allegedly ran from the scene. Hitt died. Tonight, Hutton is in jail without bond.